Good evening, everybody. I'm Bobby Moretti. I'm Surviving Sports Picks, SSP for short to some. Just want to come on tonight real quick and give everybody an update on my new Patreon that's going to be coming out. Unfortunately, my prices are going to be going up. I say that humbly. Times are changing, and I got to change with them. So I hope most will understand. Money's tight. I understand it, and there's a lot going on out there. But I'm good at what I do. I play at a 60 to 65% rate on the daily, and for a little over a year, I've had a $5 tier, a $10 tier, a $15 tier, and a $25 tier. And I felt my prices were fair, and I give out a lot of work, and I'm good at what I do. I played at a high level and grew up in New York with my father, bringing me to Madison Square Garden when I was up to his knee, like I always say. Rangers, Knicks, old Yankee Stadium, Mets, Shea, Jets, Giants, Jersey Nets, Brooklyn Now, Tri-State Devils, and Islanders, and so on and so forth. Along with my dad, I grew up with a lot of smart sports guys, and I just kind of tell it like it is. And I told everybody in the past that I had a shot, and it's a story for another day. It wasn't meant to be, and it's just in the blood. And I give an example of a prodigy child on 60 Minutes, and I'm not a prodigy, but I give an example of a prodigy child, a young gal or a young guy at the piano, and old Mike Wallace is interviewing him, and he asked him, how do you know this? How do you do this? And the young gal or guy looks up at him and just says, I don't know how to explain it. It just comes to me. Well, I know the ebb and flow of these leagues, and my work is proven. Every game that I have picked since the end of April of 19 is all documented. There's no BS here. People that know me know I shoot from the cuff. I tell it like it is. I'm an honest guy. And it's all documented on my Patreon. But that being said, I play at a 60 to 65% day to day. I win playoffs. I win big playoff games. And I win championships. And just to go over this, I've done it before I announced my new Patreon packages. Last year in Major League Baseball, just to give you an idea to some newcomers, last year in Major League Baseball, I was 728 and 467. That's 1,195 games played. That's a pretty good body of work. That's 61%. My locks picks, which was my $25 tier, that's what I call my fruit, that hanging fruit. I was 645 and 359. 645, 359. Major League Baseball, 728, 467. Max picks, which was my $15 tier, I was 706 and 467. I mean, we're not talking like 9 or 10 games over 500 here, people. We're talking hundreds of games over 500. And my work is all proven. College hoops, I was 644 and 410. 644 and 410. NBA, I was 354 and 214. 354 and 214. NHL, I was on it all year. If sports didn't go black, I would have been right on that playoffs and into crowning a champion. I battled all year. I was starting to stretch over 500. I think the elites win their money in hockey. Hockey's tough. I love hockey. I was battling, and I was up to 286 and 263. 286 and 263. So just to give you a little idea, other than day to day, I had Tiger Woods in the Masters in 19. I had War Will in the Preakness. I had LSU all year. I had the Toronto Raptors months out. and I had the St. Louis Blues Dogs plus 150 in Boston. And after my Dodgers got bumped, I had the Astros and the Nationals right then and there. I went 17-5 going forward, and I won the Nationals in Game 7 in the World Series. I had the Nationals going forward. I won a lot of money on them all year. And I also had sharp money on the Chiefs right after the AFC Championship game. Didn't bounce back for 2 weeks, bounced back and forth for 2 weeks. I had them at minus 110, and I had the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So I'm proven, okay? Anyway, my new Patreon, the way I'm going about my new Patreon is I'm taking the duration of the leagues for the duration of that sport. So, for example, if NFL starts late August, we'll round it off September, October, November, December, January. Super Bowl is in February. We'll round it off to 5 months. I look at that as a $150 package. So that breaks down to NFL $30 a month. My NFL package will be $30 a month. College basketball, same way, duration of sport. I see it as a $100 package. I see it as a $20 a month package. So college football, that's college football. College football, $20 a month. $100 package for the duration of that sport, $20 a month. NBA, I see as a $150 package for the duration of that league. That will be $25 a month. Obviously, that and hockey and baseball is going to be condensed, but NBA will be $25 a month. College hoops will be $25 a month as well. That's a $125 package, $25 a month, college hoops. Hockey is $20 a month, and that's a $120 package for the duration of that sport, that league. Hockey is $20 a month. MLB is $30 a month. It's a $120 package. I'm sorry, it's a $210 package, $210 package for the duration of that league, time frame wise. It's a condensed league this year. Schedule, but it'll be $30 a month. And my horses, for anybody that's interested in my horses, I've been a month in now. My horses in golf I see as a year round, 12 months, and they're simply $10 a piece. Golf will be $10, PGA will be $10, and the horses will be $10 for anybody that's interested in those two sports. So anyway, I broke it down. I look at it as an investment. I know money's tight. That would break down over 12 months, roughly $1,100 a year. And if you break that down, it's $92 per month. And that's less than $25 a week. And that's 4 cups of coffee. I give out a lot of work. I'm full-time. I don't just throw out random picks. And I know the ebb and flow of these leagues. If you get to know me, which is part of the Patreon, I'm available every day and into the night. This is a perk with the Patreon sign up. You could reach out to me on any one of your favorite social media platforms. I suggest Instagram because I do have guys on there. Not that Patreon is a headache or anything. It's simply Surviving Sports Picks. Googling Surviving Sports Picks, and you'll be able to pick a tier. That will be up before first pitch this week for Major League Baseball and the NBA and the National Hockey League coming back. So you could reach out to me on Instagram. I have guys that simply like to do it that way. You'd have to trust me. I'm an honest guy. Guys, my loyal guys and gals that have been with me from the beginning or for some period of time now could attest to that. And I post between 11 and 1 Eastern Standard Time, and I will simply then paste you those those leagues and tiers that you have signed up for. And or you could simply just sign up for Patreon, but also reach out to me. I give people ample time. I'll get to know you. We'll develop a friendship. I will get to know your sports knowledge, your capping knowledge. You'll get to know I'm an honest guy, which I am. my sports knowledge and my capping abilities and how I go about my protecting. I call it protect. I protect myself every night. I'm not $1,000 a night guy, but I do play. I know all mid-majors and small schools and all these smaller mid-major leagues. You're not going to get this from a lot of cappers. I'm just a different animal. You're just not going to get guys that know that, and that's where the fruit lays. And so I'm your guy. But that being said, and we could put together a card for you for that night. Anybody who plays a little bit of sports gambling knows that a small gambler's always looking for an edge, and so am I. So this works both ways. I will be listening to you very clearly, and I will be learning from you, and I will give you my best effort, and all I could do is help and suggest, and you ultimately have to pick your own games. But I will give you my honest opinion on any games that you're thinking about that night. I will give you 100% response of what I think of those games, those teams, that particular day and evening. So that comes with the Patreon. Just want to let everybody know, obviously I'm on Instagram. I've been on Instagram from day one and concurrent with my Patreon. The mistake I made was I wasn't on any other social media outlets. Don't be fooled by my subs on Patreon right now. Sports have gone black. My guys say they're coming back. I think they will. If they don't, we all have free will. There's other people out there that's doing some good work. That also is not in my fiber. I would never steer anybody away from anybody else. I'm just not like that. So, and some of you guys might be able to do it on your own, and my hat's off to you. I tip my hat to you, and you might not even need me, and that's okay. The one thing you got to remember is you could always cancel. You could always cancel. So that being said, we'll put together a card for you, and ultimately you have to roll the dice. I tell people, you always keep your gut and your feel close to your chest. Your feel and your gut close to your chest. Never forget that, and you will get to know me, and I will teach you, if you're willing and want to learn, how I back myself up night to night and my system, and I do win. So that's a perk that comes along with it. Instagram is at survivingsportspicks. Facebook, there's 2 pages. Bob Moretti, Moretti. I started a second page. It's been up for a while. I can go live, and I do here on Instagram. I mean, here on YouTube, I could do videos. I can't go live right now. I'll get to that in a minute. But I go live. I'm able to go live on Facebook on Surviving Sports Picks. That's Facebook. That's the other page along with Bob Moretti. There's some good content, some interesting content there, live and on Instagram. And YouTube boxes you in. I need my phone going forward with what I want to do with my page. You can go live out of the chute with a computer. I don't have a computer. I choose an iPad and an iPhone, and they force you to get 1,000 subscribers. I'm stuck on 104. It's been about 2 months. It's tough to get people in this world to do something for somebody else. That doesn't mean you have to do something for me, but I am the first person in line to try to help somebody out in any way I can, any small way that I can. And if you can get over there and hit the bell and subscribe and tell family and friends, say, hey, listen, I got a guy, Bobby Moretti. He's got a small Patreon page, a sports capper. Let's help him out. And maybe you can get him to hit the bell and subscribe as well. I need 1,000 subscribers, which ain't easy, to do a live stream super chat, which I want to do when I hit the road, which I plan on doing when things get back to some semblance of normalcy and things level out, open up a little bit. I want to be a roving reporter from the casinos and the horse track, live odds boards, in-game bets, live ticker with updated news, East Coast, West Coast times. I said I know all these mid-majors, these small schools, late games, in-game bets, live odds boards, live ticker with updated news. And somebody might have won 1 or 2 early and want to reach out and say, Moretti, you got a pearl, top off a good day. Some people, unfortunately, might have lost 1 or 2 early and want to reach out with the same question and maybe resurrect a tough morning. So anyway, that's the story. Those are my new prices. I'm on Anchor as well. I got a simulcast podcast on Anchor which is simulcast to Google, and it's also simulcast to Spotify. I have 2 of them up right now. I did one last night. Pretty interesting. I like Anchor. I could also share that to Instagram and YouTube. I'm not YouTube, Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. But that's Anchor, my podcast. It also simulcasts to several other outlets that I don't know right now. I'll jot those down and give you those. There's one little radio podcast station or something, and a couple Breaker and Google and a couple other places that it's simulcast to. So it's pretty interesting, and I can get my face out there and my name out there. So that's Anchor. Yeah. So that's the new Patreon that will be up for first pitch for NBA, Major League Baseball, which is coming this week. So simply Google Surviving Sports Picks if you feel compelled to pick a sport or two or whatever you're capable of. But the other thing is the 1 to 3 free picks a day. I don't forget anybody. Will continue. Like I was doing before sports went black on Twitter. Same picks concurrently with Instagram. I know there's money's tight and some people can't right now get over and pick a tier. I don't forget anybody, and that was going really well, and that will continue going forward. The free picks, the 1 to 2, 3 picks a day. It was more like 2 or 3 picks a day I was doing, so you could pencil that in as well. So that's about it, people. And the other thing is I'm on Yahoo. My email is bobmoretti437@yahoo.com. Bob Moretti, Moretti, Bob Moretti437@yahoo.com. And that's another avenue and a way that I could paste your picks to you, or you could reach out to me for that consultation, so to speak, and get to know each other on what's going on. And I ask everybody to spread my name if you can. Word of mouth helps. Surviving Sports Picks, Bob Moretti. I'm good at what I do. I got a gift. I play at a 60 to 65% on the daily. I pick big playoff games. I win day to day. I pick big playoff games. I pick playoff games in general. Dogs on the road, dogs in game 7s. All my work is logged and saved on Patreon all the way back to my first pick. I never missed one day posting. I post between 11 and 1 Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, if you can get my name out there and help me out in any little way, if there's anything I can do for anybody, for anything that you got going, just hit me up, and you can bank on that. I'll talk about you on my lives on all my social media platforms. I'll give you a shout out. If you can get over and hit that bell and subscribe, it would help me. New Patreon coming. It'll be up in another day or two. Look for that. Pick the sports you're interested in, and come aboard. Let me help you see that fruit that's hanging and win a little extra pin money each week. Put a little extra pin money in your pocket each week and each month. My job is to produce, and I do. And it brings a smile to my face to see my guys and gals win. So again, I'm Bob Moretti, Surviving Sports Picks, SSP for short to some. Peace. Stay well. I wish everybody nothing short of God's blessings for you and yours. Have a good night.